Lesson 7.6. Find the two polynomials that meets each condition. The product has degree 6. So think of two polynomials, and then if you multiply these two, the answer you get is some coefficient, let's say a, times x to the 6th power. So in order to do this, the degree of both polynomials has to be, for example, x times x to the 5th, and then you have whatever after that, or you can have x to the 2nd and 4th, and you make those things, and I want you to make original one. Okay, and then the b, the product has degree 1. That means after you multiply those two, so if you have an expansion box, for example, this times this has to be here, and that polynomial has to be x to the 1st power, and you can have whatever the coefficient. What would be these two coefficients? So that's the question. And C says that the sum has degree 4 and the product has degree 6. So if you add those two polynomials, you'll have some coefficient, I'm sorry that this is equal some coefficient times x to the 4th power plus whatever after that. And then at the same time, if you multiply these two, you have to have x to the 6th power. So if you use the expansion box, that times that has to be right here. The left top corner has to be some coefficient times x to the 6th power. What would be those what would be those two polynomials? That's the question. Problem number 6. Use p of x equals x squared plus 4x plus 9. Find the polynomial Rx such that p of x plus r of x equals 2x squared minus 6x plus 14. So p of x is x squared plus 4x plus 9, and you add some kind of polynomial, we call it r of x, whatever, and then we gotta have 2x squared plus, it's minus 6x plus 14. So the question is, what plus what is 2x squared? What plus 4x plus what is negative 6x? And 9 plus what is 14? That's 6a, and you can use the idea to go through the rest of the problem, rest of the parts of problem 6. Find the value of a such that x plus a times x plus 3 equals x squared plus 5x plus 6. So after you do you use the expansion box, this part will be x squared, this will be 3x, and this will be ax, and this will be 3 times a. So we have x squared plus 3 plus a times x plus 3 times a. This has to be equal to x squared plus 5x plus 6. So this 3 plus a has to be 5, and 3 times a has to be 6. What will be the a? Number 9. Suppose you need to explain the phrase like terms to a student who has never heard it before. Write the definition of like terms, explain how you add and subtract them. Be as precise as possible. So what does it mean by like terms? I always said in class, the same letter, same power. I want you to use little more bigger words to explain what that means and how can you add and subtract them. Don't get mixed up with multiplication, because you can't, it's slightly different when you do those. Problem number 10. Suppose you make a frame for a square photo. The frame is 2 inches wide. Find the area of the frame if the photo has the following dimension. So A, if 3 inches by 3 inches, if the photo is 3 inches by 3 inches, then what would be the area of the frame? So this part, the frame will be the same, but the length here will be 3 and this will be 3. So what would be the area of the frame if the photo has the following dimension? If it's 9 by 9 here, the length from here to here will be a little longer. So if it's 3 by 3 inches, this will be 3, this is 2, and this is 2. So 2 plus 3 plus 2 will be 7, and then at the same time 2 plus 3 plus 2 will be the 7. So the entire area will be 7 times 7 squared, that's 49. But the area inside will be 3 by 3, which is 3 squared, that's 9. And you gotta subtract this, the inside part, because all we need to find is the area of the frame. So we subtract 49 minus 9, so it's gotta be 49 square inches. What would happen if it's 9 by 9? That's the end.